Hi, I just wanted to show you the areas that are visible from CT spawn, and also the areas that are visible from the mid section. So if we're at CT spawn right here, now if I turn on the vis leaves and the wireframe, this is what is being rendered. Now all the blue ones are props. All the pink ones are buildings. Now there are a lot of buildings around here that are being rendered, but there are buildings behind here that are being rendered as well. This is actually this entire section over here that's being rendered while we are over here at CT spawn. Now the reason why that is happening is because of all of the portal clusters. As you can see, I have turned on the portal clusters. There is another console command to lock them in place so you can fly around, but essentially this is on your map. You can see that the portal clusters, the visible ones, in this current one, include portals that wrap around the side of the building, and the reason why you can see through here is because all this detail, all these are detail as well. This is open, but this is detail here. So essentially you could pretty much draw a straight line to CT spawn here, and as you can see from CT spawn here, you can see all the way up into here. And the best way to actually see this is when you open the map in Hammer, you can see directly as well. Now this area as well, as you can see, this doesn't block any vision at all because it is a model. So this is another area, and you can see this leaf is cluster right here. This one actually extends all the way along mid, but it also, like, you can also see the leaves in there. The best way to show is to do. It's not great for performance, but essentially you can see all these portals over here. Some of the things that can be done to improve this, and again, you can see all the way up here, through here. You can see all the way up to here, and the reason is because of the fact that this is detail. So essentially, this is a straight line through there. So the visibility it's not blocked. We could potentially change this wall to back to a weld brush. That might do some minor blocking of this area, but it's not going to be much. And as you can see, I mean, this is on your map. As I move around, more and more becomes visible because this wall does not block those walls, which are these ones here, do not block because they are detail. And all the way over to here. Now, so I just really quickly looked for the command to try and not render detail. It's actually just render the map without detail. But the one thing I wanted to do was I wanted to show you the actual budget of what's being rendered. Now the graph isn't that great, but as I move around, you can see that the static prop rendering is quite low, but world rendering is very, very high. In some areas it changes, but yeah, essentially like here you can see the displacement rendering, which is this area here plus these and a few more all over there, roofs and whatnot. They're fine. They don't block, so it's okay, but essentially everywhere you look, world rendering is really, really high. So when I'm looking at the ground, that's because this entire area is visible. So from here, as the leaves go, you can see this entire area all the way down here. You can see all through here, or pretty much all of this. You can see all of that. Even with a vis leaf here, cutting across, and one there, it only blocks off some of that and a portion of this. There's really too much visible. The best way to do it would be to essentially wall off this area along there and wall off here. I would actually suggest extending this, increase the size of this building to meet there, and potentially make this area a connector that goes underground. And I mean, it could come out through here. I mean, why not? That would actually be a pretty good connector to come out through from there to meet into here. It could be quite cool. It gives that area real emphasis for control. What I'll do is I'll load up the map I've been working on. Okay, so in some areas this doesn't have any hint optimization, but it's just purely brush optimization. In some areas performance is improved. For instance, around here it is improved. Some areas along here it isn't, because it isn't optimized. Along here it's optimized a little bit, better performance. Along here slightly better performance. Along here definitely better performance. Along this area it's about the same. As for how much is being rendered, it is close to being the same. As you can see, this again is a detail, so I can see all the way through there. There are, I mean, you can, but the reason why all of this is being rendered is because it's part of the current vis leaf. Well, visible vis leaf. Again, here I can see through there, but there is some optimization, which is good. Drop down here, none really. But one of the benefits obviously is the reduced amount of portals, reduced by 3,000 already by converting many elements in here to displacement or detail. As you can see, the clusters, there aren't that many more clusters, which is good. It's good and bad. There should be clusters for rendering portals all at the same time, but at the same time we've reduced the effective amount of clusters and portals, which should mean with the hint brushes it will give more control. So hopefully with adjustments which I recommend as being, I might recommend blocking off this area, otherwise this entire area is going to be rendered. Block off this mid part and make a connector through there, and maybe create an extended wall along here or something. I'll show you. I will show you what Crown has done, because that is something a little similar. Okay, so you can see straight off that it does have open spaces, but it is fairly well optimized. There are areas that are being rendered, but that's essentially because this is a detail. This wall is a detail because of its shape, so it's naturally going to render things behind it. This wall here, part of this, looks like it could be a fun detail, but then again, you've got an entire building behind. The reason I bring this up is because I think this map had similar sort of optimization issues because of its open design. So it's quite possible that many aspects were changed for optimization while still retaining gameplay. So yeah.